a bottle of...
Oh, shit. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
Where the hell is the fucking Hall of Fame?
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
How dare you say such things about a widow?
Did she eat the corpse?
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your head and let it flow into me. I can see inside you the sickness is rising.
I think he's some kind of darky.
Seems that all that was good has died.
He living in my coattails.
Oh no, the world is a scary place.
Quiet down on the Christmas show, for fuck's sake!
Now that you've woken up the demon in me.
Whose idea was this?
Quiet up! Come on, get down with the sickness.
Hello?
Mother, get up. Come on, get down with the sickness. You
Sit on my face.
fucker, get up. Come on, get down with the sickness.
Go, get it.
Open up your head and let it flow into me. Why can't you just fuck up and down and get down with the sickness?
That's it, you.
Why can't you leave the shit down with the sickness? Just do it to this thing if you can fucking organ. Down with the sickness.
He got out.
Here it comes. Get ready to die. Get ready to fuckers.
Die.
For those of you that didn't listen to the conference call today, there was a great moment.
Something awesome happened.
I'm just going to play this here first, and, yeah, I'm going to play it, and I'll let everybody listen to it, and then I'll talk about it a little bit here. Here we go.
This is Jennifer. I'm just, Sarah, if we can just make a quick announcement to let everybody know. We're going to take one more question here, and then we're going to wrap this up and let Randy and Brock get back to their training.
Randy and Brock.
Certainly, that will come from Dave Meltzer.
Okay, hello?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Brandy. When you look at Brock, do you see taking yourself out of this match? Do you see anything where a year from now that you see a guy who you expect to be a heavyweight champion down the line?
Well, I certainly don't see any reason why not.
I mean, if he were to fight, if something were to happen in this fight, and he were to go against Nogueira or Mir, how do you see those fights looking?
I don't know, man. I haven't thought past this fight. I don't know why I'd want to spend any time thinking about that anyway. But you know.
And as far as you go, have you been thinking about Nogueira or Mir, or is it just something that you'll deal with after their fight?
It would be silly to think about anybody else.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
That was a stupid question.
It's a long day for Brock.
Oh, Brock. I laughed so goddamn hard listening to that over and over again today.
Oh, God.
And you know the funniest thing about it is, like, it wasn't even a dumb question. Like, both of Dave's questions, I knew exactly what he was asking. It's actually a valid question. Like,
it's not a dumb question for any two other people in the world.
like Brock, you know, how do you think Brock would do against Nogueira? It's not a dumb question. They didn't give him anything, and then it was over. Brock just, oh my God, what a stupid question he said. He's got to like Dave. It's the only explanation that I can come to. He had to have been cackling as he said that, as I was. But I just got to say that if that would have been me asking those questions, and Brock would have said that to me at the end of this conference call, this would have seriously been like the greatest day of my life. I could have just quit. I could have just quit.
That was a stupid question.
I would have wanted that played at my funeral. Brock Lesnar burying.
Here's Brock Lesnar calling Dave Meltzer an idiot at Bryan's funeral.
Not as funny. He'd have to call me. He'd have to say that I had asked a stupid question. So anyway, that made my day. If you want to hear the Brock and Randy conference call, and the irony is They made fun of Dave for asking a stupid question, but just listen to that goddamn conference call. Dave's head and shoulders above everybody else asking questions on that thing.
Did anyone ask Brock if he would hit the F5 in this fight?
Actually, not everybody. The people from our website, like Oliver and Todd Martin, they had some pretty good questions, but there were some questions on this conference call. Always good for comedy, so check that out.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror. Oh!
Tremendous. Wow. There you go. This is going to be a good one. I'd asked for this the other day.
I can't wait to hear Scott Steiner's thoughts on both the Young Guns and the main event.
Now we're talking.
The last 4 months I've been home rehabbing my knee, but I also been home watching these punks in the back disrespect the very people that paved the way for them to be in this business. And it's pissed me off. But I'll get you punk in a little bit. Because I want everybody to recognize that this is the greatest assemblage of world champions to ever to come together.
Money.
See, we've earned our respect, and we come together because of respect. You see, we've earned respect night after night, year after year, giving it everything we've got.
A heel promo.
The blood, the sweat, and the tears for this business.
Gizmos.
Because we love it.
Rats.
And we've earned it.
Cheers.
And you're looking at the best. You see, we've wrestled all around the world. You see, we wrestled in the Boston Garden on the same parquet floor that Boston Celtics won all their world championships.
The Boston Gardens he chose.
You see, we wrestled at Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena in the world. The same arena where Muhammad Ali fought Smoking Joe Frazier for the world championship. We've been to Tokyo and wrestled in front of 70,000 people. But the difference is between us and you punks in the back is you come out here in the impact zone, wrestle your match, go back to the locker room, grab your joystick, play your video games, look at your comic books. You call each other during the week, go online and play video games. You go online to these marked wrestling sites to see if you got a 4-star match, a 5-star match. What do you care what these geeks think? Ask us what we think, and we'll tell you that you suck.
Ask us.
You see, I've been in this business 22 years, and before I came to TNA, I never heard of any of you punk. You say you've been in TNA since the beginning, and you built this brick by brick. No, you're in the beginning because you had no other options.
Lovely.
See, the truth be known, AJ Styles, you could go back to your redneck state, Georgia. Go back to your redneck town that you grew up in, strap a billboard on your back, walk down Main Street, and nobody would know who you are. Hey, Small Joe, you can fly back to the Isles of Samoa, and the only question they'll ask is, who's the fat? Who's the half-breed? That's the difference between you punks and us. You see, when TNA runs a show, and wherever that show is in the world, the names on the marquee are the stars.
Applause.
The name on the marquee is the Main Event Mafia. And when you guys turn on a TV set at home, you turn on a TV set to see the stars. Now you punks in the back, now you curtain jerkers, the closest thing you're going to becoming a star is when you step in a ring with a star.
I want to know what Scott Steiner has. He has a problem with half-breeds.
He does.
What's his problem with the half-breeds?
Don't
I'm
know.
a half-breed.
Don't know. Scott Steiner has many problems.
Angry man. What a fantastic and horrible promo.
Has Buddy Wayne heard that?
I don't know. I should play it for him.
I can only imagine what Buddy Wayne, how strongly he would concur with Mr. Steiner.
Buddy Wayne may have wrote that promo, for all I know.
He may have been channeling Buddy Wayne.
He may have been.
Insert go in.
Now, before we go to our next caller here, I want to get our next guest on the line. So hold on one second. All right, we're back here on the show, everybody, and we've got Jeremy the Video Game Guy making his big return here today. As promised, it is the 20th, and we're here to talk about the what is it, SmackDown vs. Raw 2009?
That's correct.
And we're going to take calls, Jeremy, so I hope you're prepared.
I am prepared.
All right. You're on the air with Jeremy the Video Game Guy. Who is this?
This is Crumbley from the Impact Zone.
Oh, my
Guys,
God.
How you doing?
Crumbley made it on the air. What's going on?
I have a question, Jez.
Uh-oh.
If Feast or Fired, which is TNA's most innovative, high-risk concept match of all time, if Feast of Fire...
Okay,
Stop right there. Hold on.
Or Fire was incorporated into TNA Impact 2, how many ratings points would you feel that would be with? I think that would take the game from a 6 to at least a 9.5.
I was working on the 5-point scale, and I would have to determine how it worked.
Now, hold on a second. First off, Crumbley, I got to cut you off.
This is like...
Crumbley, hold on a second. Shut up, Vince. Crumbley, I saw a post that you made on the board that you were excited to see the return of Feast or Fired.
I'm pumped. It's hilarious.
That right there tells us you're a gimmick. Come on now.
What?
No one could possibly think this is a good idea.
How could you like this idea?
It's hilarious. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not saying
it's any
it's
good.
going to do 500,000 pay-per-view lists. I say personally,
I don't care. I want to know what you personally like about it.
Vince wants
it's
to know
hilarious. It's comedy.
This is not supposed to be a comedy show.
I was so sick and tired of looking at Christopher Daniels, and after he lost that match, not only was there no more Christopher Daniels, I got the joy of Curryman in my heart for a year.
Well, he doesn't
have to have a Feast or Fired match to get Curryman in. There was no other way to say, hey, Chris, put your mask on.
Why couldn't they have Chris Daniels and Curryman together?
Well, for 5 years, there was Christopher Daniels, but no Curryman.
Okay, you know what? You're getting off topic.
Fired, there was Curryman.
Okay,
so I think everything worked out.
It worked out fine. That does not explain what makes the match itself fun. That does not explain why... why does that not hurt your brain? Why does it not make you cry when you watch it?
Vinny. It's the intrigue.
The intrigue.
It's all about building
drama. Drama, you say. I see.
Crumbley, before we hang up on you, would you give this
Impact... we are going to hang up on you.
Would you give this Impact a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or a thumbs in the middle?
I would give this 2 hours of line crossing a thumbs in the middle.
Thumbs in the middle, you say.
I don't care for Matt Morgan in any context whatsoever. And I have a question for you guys. Do you personally see anything in Matt Morgan?
No, not lately.
Because I'm puzzled by the guy, because I heard all this hype for years about Matt Morgan. He's an awesome promo, and he's so athletic, and he does backflips and shit. He's like my least favorite guy in wrestling right now. Is there anything about this guy that I'm personally just not getting?
He's tall and has a good look and is more athletic than Kevin Nash.
Yeah. He's not that good a promo, but he's not a horrible promo. He's certainly a better promo doing a promo than he is doing a lisp, so I think that's the whole thing right there. But anyway, Crumbley, we're going to let you go here and get on with the program. But I wanted to make mention that the Impact show this week had 22 minutes of wrestling in it. 22 minutes. Oh, yes.
How's it going, everybody? Vinny V here with another edition of the Vinny V Sports Report, backed by popular demand. So with that out of the way, let's go to the phone lines. Caller, go ahead. Who's this?
It's Lance Storm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Lance, how are you doing?
I'm trying to add some star power to your show because you're boring the hell out of me.
Oh, good. Good. Thank you for helping out.
No problem. I know less about sports than Bryan does.
Really?
Yes. The last football game I watched was Walter Payton back in the Super Bowl Shuffle days.
Bryan has actually never watched a game.
Oh, so I'm ahead of him then. I'm a virtual expert compared to Bryan.
Now, do you have any CFL experience?
No, I don't really care for football. I heard it was fake and it kind of ruined it for me.
All right. Well, there you go. So what are you doing in Calgary today?
I'm waiting for a red-eye flight, just killing time till I have to go to the airport, and I noticed that you were taking calls, and I just had to call in and say hi to Vinny.
Well,
he's in the airport on our website.
Sure. Brian's a little confused, but, well, that's good.
Brian's always a little confused.
I'm joining the show here. I'll add some real star power to the show. I was just laughing that you're in the airport right now, apparently looking at the website as you wait for your flight.
No, I'm at home waiting to go to the airport.
I see. I thought you were actually in the airport. Where are you going this weekend?
I'm going to Boston for an autograph signing.
Who's going to be there?
I don't know. It's a multimedia thing. There'll be like a bunch of Trekkies and comic book nerds and...
Oh, you called into the right show then.
Maybe I'll be there.
There you go. Although I think Bruno Sammartino might be there, and I'd like to meet him.
That'll be cool. What about Missy Hyatt?
No idea.
Oh. She goes to all these things, so you never know when she's going to be there.
Well, I won't hold my breath, but...
I'm looking at Vince here as we've just taken over his show completely.
Take off, guys. No. Go ahead.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'll give you back to Vinny here, and you guys can talk about Trekkies for a while before he cuts you off.
There you go. Is there any Vulcans you want autographs from before I head off to Boston?
No, I'm good. I don't need any Star Trek autographs. You ever actually... There's a movie called Trekkies. It's a documentary about Star Trek fans. It's the best movie I think I've ever seen. Because it's just a no-holds-barred look at how crazy insane these people are. Like the woman on the Whitewater jury... when the Clintons were in trouble, I forget what the deal was exactly, but they had some shady real estate deals or something. But there was a trial, and there was a woman, I believe she was the jury foreman, and she wore a Starfleet uniform every day to the trial.
Wow, that's worse than a John Cena shirt.
That is much worse than the John Cena shirt. Oh God, that's worse than a John Cena shirt. There's other stuff. There's a dentist who did his whole office and like the bridge of the Enterprise. And it's a dentist, and he serves a lot of his patients are children, so it's something cooler for them to see. So that's okay. And then there's a conversation where he's sitting there with his wife, and he's talking about how he always wanted to be a Vulcan, and they ask him if a plastic surgeon offered to give you Vulcan ears, would you go for that? And he kind of says, yeah, I would think about that. And his wife just bursts into hysterics immediately, telling her that he's serious. And she stopped laughing immediately.
You and Bryan need to make the trip up to Calgary, because we're only about an hour and a half away from Vulcan, Alberta.
Oh, really?
Which actually has a replica Enterprise gimmick when you come into town. It's like the big claim to fame is sort of like the Trekkie town because it's named Vulcan.
There's a spot in the film where whatever the place that is it's a real place in Iowa. That's the fictional birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk. And they have a birthday party for him every year. It's just amazing that these are nerds that I laugh at. So there's
even nerds out there that wrestling geeks can laugh at. That's what makes the world go round.
This is true. Really, with very rare exception, there are bigger geeks in this movie than in any wrestling crowd that you will find. So, we can talk volleyball if you want to.
Actually, I should probably be going to the airport. Okay. I think we've sidetracked your show enough.
That's good, because I know nothing about volleyball anyway. So
there you go.
Well, thank you for calling in, Lance Storm. You're the biggest star power ever on this show, especially considering the host. But
well, actually, you might be bigger than me, so I've just got you by the star power, but you're still the biggest.
That's true. In terms of actual height and weight, I may beat you. But yes, as far as biggest star, that's you by far. So thanks for calling in, Lance Storm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I did not see that one coming. That caught me off guard. That's something I did not think would happen today. And the biggest reason I had to look on the face that Bryan noted, until Bryan got on the line, I actually thought that was a prank call. So I'm really happy I just went with it. That's something to keep in mind. Wow.
You'll get 2 cookies.
All right.
And one of them's for me, so don't even think about eating both, or I'll throw one at your feet.
Just take one bite out of both.
I should throw them at your feet, and I bet you'd still eat it. You know these cookies.
Not today.
These are the cookies. I'm not going to read right into the microphone.
Yeah. These are some good goddamn cookies.
These cookies are awesome. When was the other time I ate into the mic and everybody got mad?
I don't care. They don't have cookies.
I have to review Impact, so I got to have something in me to make me happy.
Impact was good this week.
I have an idea, by the way.
What's that?
Eat with my mouth full, or talk with my mouth full.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we should do during the Christmas show this year?
What's that?
Call people for an hour, and then after an hour, when we're just drunk off our asses, take calls for
I
an
think
hour.
that's a fucking great idea.
Some of these people would hear what we really think of them.
That's fine.
I almost choked to death inhaling a cookie crumb right there. Get the thought of this.
I think the idea of drunken phone calls for the Christmas show sounds like the best show we've ever done.
Demand everyone else get drunk and call in.
Yeah. We'll have to make sure we announce that one ahead of time, too. Usually we just start a show and put up the thing saying, hey, call in now. For that one, we'll have to give people advance warning.
Phone lines would be jammed.
Mm-hmm. You only have one line, right?
Yeah.
That's a pity.
The cookies are fucking good. We're just eating here. I don't even care about the rest of the show.
What's your point?
Well, I could be playing a song or something.
I don't care. Either way, I get the cookie. I guess that's probably just some really awful radio.
I can just imagine. Anybody still listening, I give thanks to you.
We are thankful for you.
We are thankful for you, because you will listen to anything. That was fucking good.
You know, I used to make my own, cookie dough from scratch. I will never do that again. It's just too much work, and these are like Nestle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You take them out of the refrigerator aisle, throw them in the oven, good cookies.
I pay Vince top dollar every month, and I asked him to go get me a cookie and grab my water. And this water has about 1/25 of an inch of water in it.
Would you like me to go fill that up for you?
No, I just thought it was funny that wasn't at least thought of as you you had it right there in the kitchen.
Brian, you don't pay me to think.
That's undoubtedly true. I could shed a tear into this water bottle, and there would be more than there's in there right now. Well, I suppose we should continue.
Are you done with your cookie?
I am.
Wow. You must have taken bigger bites than me.
I inhaled that thing.
Apparently. Well, you start about Impact, and I'll leave my cookie.
I like to stick the whole thing in my mouth.
Do you now?
And just get it over with.
I like to take it in small little nibbles.
Well, that says a lot.
I don't know what.
About both of us. I'll tell you what it says. Something about this.
My love, there's only you in my life.
I've gotten a little girl outfit because I like dressing up like a little girl.
I count that as great news.
The only thing
perversity. Remember when you loved this woman? You were wrong.
I don't not love her now. I love her less, it's true.
Oh, come on, Jesus.
Well, your good move from the cookie lasted 20 seconds.
I don't need to hear that shit all that time. Just give me the drops.
I've never met a man with such fragile moods.
Well, things happen.
You live second to second.
How about this one? Well, that's true.
What's love? What's love? You make a love to your stick. I have no idea why this guy's here.
What a great man.
100%. Boyfriend log. Boyfriend log in the toilet. Shut up your face, son of a gun.
He is the guy who all of my... Turn me down, too. Sorry. He is the guy who all of my ex-wrestling fan friends and all my casual wrestling fan friends, he is the one guy who makes them tune into Raw. Yeah. I mean, they keep an eye on Raw. When he's on, they watch it. Then when he leaves, they turn it off.
Yeah. I just want to throw this out there. This has nothing to do with anything, but Santino is a horrible wrestler. But I love him.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there.
A great entertainer.
The first thing that really made me mad, which actually because of it I got even more angry later on in the show. The beautiful people were in their throne room, which is it's literally like a throne room in a palace. There are these giant thrones, there's gold all over, it's just it's a throne room, essentially, like they're royalty. And they were talking about how they were angry about two things. One, that Cute Kip had been screwed, and the other, that they were not booked on the pay-per-view. So, then they got a letter supposedly from Sarah Palin. And the letter said that she'd be happy to take the $50,000, but could not show up at Final Constitution because she had a moose hunt that day. She said she would, however, come to their TV show, Impasse, next week. Why is it so goddamn hard to figure out that when you do something like that, it makes your show and your company look so low rent?
Well, I agree with you as far as saying she would rather go hunt moose than go to the TNA pay-per-view.
No, I'm not even talking about that. She didn't know the name of the pay-per-view or the show.
We have to keep in mind, here you're overreacting.
No.
They are making fun of Sarah Palin.
It does not matter. It does not matter.
I see.
It does not matter. They are completely burying their own show here. Bad idea.
I think they were burying Sarah Palin.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because not everybody is going to think of that. And they're reading a letter from somebody that doesn't know the name of the pay-per-view or the show. This does not work.
All right.
This does not work. Then we had Jarrett and Rhinoceros P. Hornhofer having a meeting. And he said for business sake, Rhino needed to beat Angle at the pay-per-view. And I don't know how that makes business better, getting rid of Kurt Angle.
I don't either. He also said that TNA is on the verge of busting out, which I swear I've heard on this show for like 3 years now.
So, listen, let me go back to this Sarah Palin thing. They had a letter from Sarah Palin. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. If you want to make fun of Sarah Palin being stupid, there are a million ways to make her look stupid in a letter that do not involve having her not know what your company is called, your TV show, or the next pay-per-view. You could very easily have her not know. She could say Ontario, Florida. She could have said the Disneyland instead of Disney World. There's a million things she could have done and still got Impact and Final Resolution correct. You could easily make somebody look stupid without the only thing she didn't know in this letter were TNA things.
That's actually a good point, that last part there.
And I'm just going to jump forward to later on since this fucking made me so angry. The beautiful people meet with Booker and Sharmell. And Booker wants them to accompany Sharmell to the ring at the pay-per-view so that she'll have some backup for the match with ODB, which that should make me mad enough.
Yes.
So they're like, Kips goes, well, we don't come cheap. And Booker's like, well, what do you guys want? And you know what they say? They say your locker room. All right, two things. First off, these dumbasses don't even remember how Booker got this locker room in the first place. How did he get this locker room? He dressed in the communal locker room with all the other geeks that had whatever the issues were, pollution of sorts in the locker room. And Samoa Joe, for abso-fucking-lutely no good reason, before their world title match says, here, you can use my locker room until the pay-per-view. It is now months and months later, and they have completely forgotten about that.
Yes.
Second, why the fuck would the beautiful people want Booker T's locker room when they've got a fucking throne room?
I don't have an answer.
I just saw a throne room 10 fucking minutes earlier. Did the beautiful people have a throne room 2 weeks ago? No. They just have introduced this throne room. And in 2 fucking weeks, they are so goddamn stupid that they cannot even remember that they've given these people a throne room for an angle they do 10 minutes later. We want your locker room. Why?
Maybe they want both.
Why would they want their locker room if they've got a fucking throne room?
Because they're greedy.
So ask for money! Booker said, I'm rich. I have money. Why didn't they ask, why didn't they say, hey, give us $150,000 that we're going to give to Sayla Palin for her moose hunting expedition. You give us our money back. Why didn't they say that? They want a locker room after they've got a beautiful locker room. This was so, God, that made me mad.
I guarantee you, you are the only person who cares about this.
I'm apparently the only person with a brain.
That's fine.
Jesus Christ.
Hello?
I love you, won't you tell me your name?
Hello?
I love you, let me jump in your game.
Hello?
I love you, won't you tell me your name?
Hello?
I love you, let me jump in your game.
Hello? 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 Hello?
We're back, and we've got Granny here on the line. And Granny, I wanted to start off by saying that how many times did I call you to test out equipment?
Lots of it, but I kind of miss it because I like talking to you.
I called you hundreds of times. In fact, I just want to mention that you're programmed into my cell phone, and every week I had to bring the cell phone in to get your number because I didn't have it memorized. Those days are over. I have this number memorized backwards and forwards in my head from calling you 8 million times to test out this wacky equipment right here. But
Good.
with that out of the way, Granny, what's going on?
Well, let's see.
Well, hold on. Let me cut you off here very quickly. Now, how are you feeling?
I am better because I've been taking some contact, and so I feel really good.
That's good. Now, how was your birthday?
Oh, I had a great birthday.
Yeah?
It was really nice.
And we're going to have a little celebration on Sunday, correct?
Yes, and that includes Lynn because we didn't have a birthday for her in July.
I don't know if you had one for me either, Granny, in June.
Oh, it cost me plenty for you.
It did? What did we even do? I forget. Oh, we went... No? What did we do?
We went to the rib place.
Was that for my birthday?
Yeah.
God, it seemed like just a couple months ago. July, August, September, October, November. Well, I guess it was 5 months ago.
Well,
anyway, Granny.
It took me this long to pay for it.
Wow. That's Granny's just full of it.
Had to put ribs on layaway.
Now, Grandma, there's a TNA pay-per-view on Sunday, so this is going to be a good excuse for us not to watch it until a little bit later. But 5:30's the plan.
Uh-huh.
We may drag Vinny along. He'll have to pay for himself, but he's got to come over anyway, so I hope you don't mind him being there.
That doesn't matter to me a bit.
That way I don't have to talk to the family either. Although, ironically, I never talked to him, so...
You'll be talking to Granny.
All right, Granny. Tell us about Dancing with the Stars.
Well, as I thought, Susan Lucci got kicked off.
You got to be kidding me.
No, well, this is for younger kids, and she's 62, so...
Well, she is old.
Well, not really old, but...
She's so old, Granny.
She's so old, Grandma, that... anyway, go on.
That it makes me look young?
Yeah.
Sure. The wave of the past.
Anyway, Brooke and Derek are still in first place. They got a total of 30, which is first time the whole show that somebody's had the 3 10s.
Really?
Yeah, so there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 couples left now.
6 couples, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not bad. Now, I got to ask you this question, Granny, as a follower of Dancing with the Stars. There are no wrestlers or anything on the show. What about Hogan's Celebrity Wrestling? Have you ever heard of it?
No.
I think you should start watching Hulk Hogan's Celebrity Wrestling.
I don't even think I get that on my TV.
Oh, you may not get CMT, that's true.
I don't get it, I'm sure.
Oh, man. Granny, this is the best of all worlds. There's celebrities, there's wrestling, there's Hulk Hogan. What more could you ask for on a program?
Well, if I had, I just have basic cable, so I can't get all that stuff.
That's too bad.
But Sylvia watched all 3 hours of the wrestling the other night. She was really looking forward to it.
She was looking forward to 3 hours of Raw?
Mm-hmm.
This woman's a real fan, Grandma.
I know she is.
We were dreading that 3 hours of Raw.
I wish you'd be here when we go up to Marysville, because I'm not supposed to tell you, but she bought a shirt with Hart's name or picture on the front.
Hart?
One of the Hart brothers or whatever.
Hart brothers, you say? Bret Hart, maybe?
I think so.
Jim Neidhart?
No, I think it was Bret Hart.
Bret Hart. Keith Hart? Well, you know what's funny, Granny, is I've realized that the Sunday show is late in the afternoon, and I may actually be back from Vegas in time to go to that show.
Oh, but don't tell her I told you about the shirt.
Well, I'm probably not going. I just wanted to throw that out there that it's at least possible.
Oh.
It's a long weekend, Granny. I'm going to have work to do when I get home.
I can understand that.
You know how it is, Grandma.
I did try to listen to Van Damme's show, and I couldn't get on, so I just gave it up. I got kind of frustrated, so I just gave it up.
That's too bad. Well, you can call in even if you're not listening, Grandma. You should just call in one of these days.
Well, you mean like if even at 4 o'clock on Wednesday, any time you could call in?
Yeah, I think the show goes from 4 to 6, and any time during that time, just call the number and you can chat with them.
It would be nice, though, to hear him talking first, though, you know.
Well, you can talk once he gets on the air.
Well, I can't get him on the air. That's what I'm saying.
No, but you don't have to. Just call the number, and when he answers, then you can talk to him.
Well, I kind of listen to his show first to see what's going on, though.
Well, if you can't get on, Granny, you're just going to have to roll the dice.
I guess that's it.
Boy, that would be a great moment, Grandma.
Well, I guess I'll try it one of these days, but I just, you know, I kind of like to listen to him one time and you know, see what it's like before I call.
Well, maybe we'll see what we can do, Granny.
Somebody maybe could help me figure it out.
I'm sure maybe we'll send Vince over there. He's homeless or jobless.
Well, I've got it, the website and everything, but I just couldn't get the...
Just can't figure out the play button?
Yeah, I just couldn't figure it out. I mean, you know me.
Well, Granny, any final thoughts before we wrap it up today? The world's still turning after the election, I wanted to note.
Yeah.
For now.
Well, you know, I don't know if I should say this or not, but...
All right. Go ahead.
This everybody called me a racist. When I say I don't like someone that is white, nobody says anything.
Of course not, Granny. It's the board.
But when I say I don't like someone that isn't white, then I'm called a racist.
Of course, that's how the board works, Granny. They just have to cause trouble no matter what.
Yeah, just give me a break.
Granny, we know you're not a racist. I'm half Mexican, for Christ's sake.
Well,
and she'll never forgive you.
Kind of exasperating.
What?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said it's kind of exasperating to be called a racist.
Oh, I thought you said it was exasperating that I was a Mexican.
Well, it is.
Then I was going to call you a racist.
No.
Granny, they're just messing around with you. We all know you're not a racist. You're just Granny.
Okay.
That's what I try and tell everybody. They all know, though.
I just got through watching a real cute patriotic movie that people nowadays wouldn't even bother watching.
Was it The Spirit of 76?
No. It was about this grandpa and his grandson and how they...
Went to war?
No, the grandpa had been at the war and got a lot of medals and stuff, and there wasn't any sex in it or any violence or anything, and it was a really good, cute show.
Now, was this like an older movie, or was this new?
I don't know. It was on the Hallmark.
Was it in color?
Sure.
Well, there's a lot of movies in black and white.
It must have been fairly new because the actors on there are as old as they are right now. So,
such as?
Yeah, who was acting in it?
Yeah, I knew you'd ask me that.
You said the actors were the same as they were.
The gal was McClanahan was her name, and Ed Asner.
Ed Asner?
McClanahan and Ed Asner were in this movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ed Asner was in The Wrestler.
Oh, really?
That's
Rue McClanahan was in Golden Girls.
And The Wrestler came out in 1971, I believe, or 1973.
Yeah, well, he was pretty old in this movie. He passed away on it.
How about that? Well, that's pretty cool, Granny.
He's on a commercial.
Uh-oh.
Doe?
Granny? Oh. Granny just gave us the ixnay.
She hung up on us.
I'm going to have to call her back. Hold on.
Thanks.
All right, we're back now. We got Granny in the line. I don't know what happened. Your phone just died.
Ah.
Anyway, I was just saying I'm glad you found a movie that was something you could enjoy.
Oh, yeah. Hallmark has good movies. They had a good one on last night, too, so.
Oh, that's good. The Hallmark Channel we give a thumbs up to. I'm surprised you get the Hallmark Channel and not country music television. That's wacky.
Yeah, every Snohomish County is different than King County on those.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, Granny, we got to wrap it up today, but I guess we'll see you on Sunday, at least I will for sure, at the local Applebee's for a birthday celebration.
All righty.
All right, well, have fun.
Okay, we'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Adios. Now, I hope all you bastards feel bad for making Grandma feel bad by calling her a racist. Ridiculous. Just shameful. Well, you're back here on the Bryan and Vinny Show. Of course, we have Granny here on the line. Granny, what's going on?
Not too much. Just sitting there eating a bowl of cereal.
Eating a bowl of cereal? What kind?
Nah, just cornflakes.
Frosted Flakes?
Just cornflakes.
Like the generic brand, or?
Just regular with no fat milk.
Tony the Tiger's on the front of it?
I think so.
All right, I knew it was Frosted Flakes.
I'm not sure.
Isn't it?
Tony the Tiger is on Frosted Flakes.
Okay, so see, I knew this sort of thing. See, I'm not living in a bubble, everybody. I know Tony the Tiger.
Was that so important?
Everything's important on this show, Granny.
Hey, can I play my theme song?
Oh, God.
Please do.
Please do, Granny.
Just a minute.
Well, wait.
There's an irony to this, by the way. And it's great.
Wait, what's happening?
She muttered something in the background. Granny, always prepared.
Just a minute. It's connecting.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's good to know.
Oh, says Windows Media Player cannot play the file.
Ah, Granny, what an epic fail that was on your part.
Well, I did something wrong.
All right.
Apparently.
Well,
can you hum your theme song?
Well, we'll give you another shot.
I'd have to dance it.
Is there anything you can do, Granny, or are we going to have to just try next week?
Well, let's just go ahead, then I'll just play with the singer.
Well, let's move on.
All right. Granny,
okay.
Tell us
you want to hear about Dancing with the Stars?
That's what I was going to ask you about, yes.
Okay, this week Maurice Green got booted off.
Maurice Green?
Yeah.
Mo Green?
Yeah.
The manager of the Heartbreakers?
No, he's a track star.
Oh, that Maurice Green. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm kind of getting tired of the whole show.
I know what you mean.
The second night they play the same thing over that they had the night before.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and it just, I'm getting so tired of it.
Well,
how many more weeks do you have to go?
I think there's probably only about 2.
Only 2 weeks left?
I think so.
Oh, well. Then what are you going to watch?
And Brooke is still in first place. She's the only girl left.
The only girl. Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the only woman left on the whole thing.
Must be a heavily female audience for this program.
Oh, wait a minute. I found something here.
Oh.
Thank God.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I've got my sound turned down or something here. I gotta have you guys. Here we go.
Is there volume on this, Granny?
Are you holding the phone to the speaker?
How was that?
Awesome.
That was awesome, Granny.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I would have liked it a little better if we could have heard it, but yeah, it was pretty damn good.
You didn't hear it at all?
Well, we heard it a little bit, but did you put the phone by the speaker?
I put it right up to it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we heard it, Granny. What's the name of it?
Boogie Woogie.
That's your new theme song.
Yeah, it's Boogie Woogie Stomp is the name of it.
Isn't it a great irony that there's only been one other human being that's ever played their own theme song on this program, and that's Buddy Wayne.
How about what is his?
I don't know, but he used to put the phone up to Candle in the Wind or whatever it was every time he came on the show.
I might not have had the sound up high enough.
That might well have been, Granny. But hey, there's always next week, right?
Well, did you hear it very well, though?
I heard it pretty well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We heard it well enough to not have to hear it again this week. But next week, Granny, when we call, you have it all loaded up, ready to go.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, you still going to Tulalip this weekend?
Oh, definitely.
Now, it's Sunday night, is that correct?
Yes.
Granny, I don't know. I hope she enjoys the show, because, I'm not on it.
I know. She will all miss you. She really likes you.
Buddy ain't on it.
Buddy's not there either?
I don't know. I don't think Buddy's going to be there.
Wow. And Vince not going either?
Well, Vince may end up there. He's always there,
Oh, he'll have to entertain us if he comes.
That'd be a first.
That's his job. That's his job.
Or we'll entertain him with what we're wearing.
Yeah.
That sounds horrifying, Granny. What are you planning on wearing here?
Well, I was going to wear one of your figure 4 shirts.
Oh, I see. One of my figure 4 shirts.
Is the one that says livid, steaming mad?
and Sylvia's wearing her Bret Hart shirt.
Yeah, the Bret Hart
He also
shirt.
won't be there.
Wow. Yeah, he's not going to be there either, Granny. He had a stroke.
He did?
He had several years ago, but he's retired.
Oh.
And it's a rough life for the hitman.
He's also Canadian.
Are there any more Bretts than him?
Brett Michaels?
Brett McClure?
No, last name would have to be Brett.
The last name's Brett?
The one she's had the shirt.
It's got to be the hitman.
Bret Hart.
It's got to be Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's around?
No, he's retired.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonder why she got his shirt then.
Well, he's quite famous, Granny.
She said next time she's going to get the Undertaker.
All right, well, he's still around.
Oh, she knows that.
Yeah, he's still around. You know what's funny, Granny, is I was on Yahoo.com the other day, and I actually saw who had been eliminated from Dancing with the Stars. It's on, like, the front page of Yahoo.com in the top stories. And I was like, how ridiculous is it that the guy that got kicked off Dancing with the Stars is a top story in the world on Yahoo.com? It's ridiculous.
Oh, I never saw that.
I saw it. I just thought it was kind of absurd because there's a big fight in Vegas this weekend that I'm going to, and that's not on the front page of Yahoo.com, yet this Yahoo being kicked off Dancing with the Stars is on the front page.
Has Tony got his thing fixed so he can get his pay-per-view?
His thing fixed?
Well, he's having trouble with not Comcast.
Verizon.
Verizon. He's having trouble. He's been working on it for 3 days.
Oh, my God. I don't know. I haven't heard from him.
They were talking about using your house.
Well, I'm not going to be around, so good luck.
I know, but they were going to use it while you were gone.
Oh, this is not going to happen.
I didn't think so.
No, this is not going to happen.
That was just, I think Nikki was saying something.
They don't even have an extra key.
Oh.
I hope. I don't think they do.
I don't think you'd want them in there anyway, would you?
Hell no. They can go over to Vince's house.
Oh.
Vince, you have TV and pay-per-view capabilities, right?
Technically.
Just tell them they'll go to Vinny's house.
Is Tony not going with you?
No. I'm going by myself.
I did not know that.
All you other geeks have just bailed on me. I don't need you guys. I got Ed in San Antonio and Wayne Newton and Dave. What do I need you geeks for?
Wayne Newton, throw him a kiss for me.
I'll be sure to do that. Please do that, Granny. I'll be throwing him kisses, hoping it's caught on camera.
That would be cute.
All right, Granny. Well, you're going to have to give me a report from Tulalip on Sunday the next time we have you on the show.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a good one.
Try and remember what happens, or take some notes.
Oh, okay. I wonder if they'll have hot dogs this time.
I sure hope so.
I make no promises.
Yeah, Vince
Don't
may eat
get
them
me in
all like he
trouble.
did last time.
How dare you?
He's like
Vince,
a Zeppelin.
if you come, bring some relish.
Some relish, you say?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, Granny. Well, listen, we're going to let you go, but I guess in the next couple of weeks we're going to have a book review on the show. Is that correct?
A book review? Oh, yeah. I haven't got it yet.
But you're going to be reading it.
Yeah, well, if I get it.
Yeah, Granny's going to be reading the Gorgeous George book.
One of your board members is going to send it to me. Wasn't that nice?
And it's very nice. Very nice. It's a birthday present from the board, Granny.
That's good.
We
I
have
didn't
many,
get
many
any money
fine-
in my PayPal, though.
What was that?
I didn't get any money in my PayPal.
Well, I didn't advertise it.
That's okay. I got lots of money anyway.
That's right. Maybe not as much today as you did a couple months ago, but we
No,
know what you mean.
Well, I mean, not for my birthday, not for...
Oh, well, that's good. All right, Granny, we got to let you go here. We got to get this show back on the road.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll talk to you next week. Don't forget to take notes.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Pushed the wrong goddamn button there. All right. That was Granny, everybody.
She's doing fine.
Got a lot of money, apparently.
And a theme song.
And a theme song. Boogie Woogie.
Boogie Woogie Stomp.
I didn't hear the stomp part.
That's what she said.
Boogie Woogie Stomp.
I wonder if that's Jimmy Valiant's theme song.
May have been.
What a combo that would be.
Jimmy Valiant and Granny?
Jimmy Valiant and your grandmother.
Yeah. We're back here on the show. We've got Granny on the line. And how you feeling tonight, Granny? Are you in a good mood, or do you feel like an old fuddy-duddy?
I feel like an old fuddy-duddy because I ate too much.
Well, there you go then. See, I knew it. You know, Granny, I went over for Thanksgiving today, obviously, at the house. Saw all the youngsters, the rest of the family. There was some, my mom actually made, roast beef. And I actually ate more of the turkey.
I know. I didn't see you eat any of the roast beef.
I ate a little bit of it, but that turkey was actually really damn good, so I just started eating the turkey.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Mashed potatoes and your gravy, and Mom made some curly fries, always a welcome treat.
Oh, we had so much food, and I got so much left over.
Garlic bread that you forgot to put out on the table.
I know, and your Aunt Lynn made a bean salad, and nobody brought it out either.
Oops. Well, anyway, the point is, Granny, I ate a lot of food over there, but I was so hungry when I left that I found a Walmart that was open, and I went in and I bought cookies, and I made myself a batch of cookies, and I've almost finished off the entire batch.
Well, why didn't you take some of Lynn's cookies that she made?
Because they weren't chocolate chip cookies, Granny.
Oh,
Very
you like
specific in my
chocolate chip.
cookies, yes.
Oh.
So how'd you enjoy the afternoon?
It was great. After everybody left, I took a nice nap.
It's probably the best part, I would guess. All right, we got two big things to discuss today, Granny. First off, the Dancing with the Stars update. Which,
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Brooke Burke won it. And
she won the whole thing?
Yeah, and Sapp was second, and Bass was third.
So close.
Warren Sapp came in second.
Yep, he was pretty popular. I wouldn't have been surprised he'd have won, but she was just way too good to pass up.
Now, speaking of Dancing with the Stars, Granny, I saw my Wayne Newton photo was in a place of honor at your house.
Yes.
And, when we went down to see Wayne in person and meet him in the front row, we watched his show. Anyway, one of the things he talked about was when he was on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, really?
He did not look back fondly upon it.
Oh, he didn't like it?
No.
Well, that's because he got kicked off and he wasn't any good.
Well, he apparently agreed. He was appalled at the entire idea of this. I didn't see it, Granny, but now that I've met Wayne Newton, I really would like to have seen that show.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't have it on tape.
I wonder if clips are up on YouTube.
I don't know. You might be able to go back somehow.
Maybe I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to ask you too. Can I try my song again? Because one of your board members said that you were supposed to let me try it again.
Well, why don't you tell everybody why it didn't work last time, Granny?
No, I don't want to tell them.
Well, I'm not going to let you play it unless you tell them.
I held it up to the monitor instead of the speaker.
That won't work then. Your telephone can't see.
I just want to make sure that you remembered what the problem was, so you didn't do it again.
Okay, can I try it?
All right, let's play your entrance song.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. This may take longer than it took to get the show started today.
Just a minute. Give me a little trouble here.
So far, so good.
Here it comes.
All right. Significantly better than last time. It's the Gong Show.
That's the end?
How was that?
Much better than last time, Granny.
Did you hear it pretty good, though?
I heard it better than last time when it was complete silence.
Oh, it wasn't really complete silence last time. I kind of heard something, but did it come in okay?
It came in all right, Granny. You'll be able to hear it.
Oh, good.
Somebody actually sent me your theme song, but I figured I'd let you play it instead. You take so much joy in it.
Well, if you want to do it next time, that'd be fine. Might work out better.
I highly doubt that.
Granny, you gonna want like a laser light show and pyro next time as well?
A what?
Fireworks? You want fireworks announcing your entrance too?
No.
A red carpet? A robe?
I just figured I've been in this long enough. I was just thinking tonight, I have been doing your newsletters right from the start when you had the real hard copies or whatever.
The cardboard ones?
You've paid
Yeah.
your dues.
I've
You've
been
paid your
doing
dues,
your
Granny.
newsletters all this time.
All right, now, speaking of robes, and before we wrap it up today, we need the latest review of the Gorgeous George book.
I'm sorry, but I didn't get a chance to do anything. I was too busy with my getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Wait a second. Last week you read less than one chapter, and you haven't read any more since then?
I might have read a half a page.
Well, Granny, at this rate, you may have it read by the time you're 95.
It could be, but like I say, I was busy cleaning house and stuff, and I'll get to it for next week.
I hope there's never a holiday where it takes me a full week to prepare for it.
I thought you were going to ask me about sports.
Oh, yeah, one last thing before we go. We've got the Vinny V Sports Report here, but everybody knows his prognostication abilities are poor. And today, when we were over at... actually, let me tell everybody a story here. My dad, who granted is 65 years old, he's been around the block, my dad loads up his plate with food, and he goes to sit, in the living room where the football game is on, and Granny goes, "No, go sit in the other room with everybody else." And my dad's like, "Okay," and she corrals him into the other room where everybody else is at. And I swear to God, the next thing I know, who is out in the room all by yourself watching the football game but Granny? You kicked my father out and then went in what he wanted to do.
When I told him to go in there, it wasn't on yet.
I see.
I hadn't had it turned on yet.
So anyway, you're over there watching football, and all of a sudden I see you ranting. I didn't even know you were a football fan, but you're screaming at the screen and yelling at these guys. And I guess what were your thoughts on today's game, Granny?
Well, I watched most of it, and I'll tell you what, I was embarrassed for him.
Well, who was playing, first off?
They played so bad.
There are actually three different games you could be talking about right now.
Which game are you talking about, Granny?
I'm talking about the Seahawks game today.
All right. Fine choice. They were embarrassing.
Okay, go on, Granny.
They were terrible. That's about all I know about it.
I can tell you that by looking at the score.
I know, but what else can I tell you? They lost.
I don't know. What about their offense and defense?
I
what
don't
about
know
their
too much
scrimmage?
about that, but what's the...
Did they have a good hike?
They didn't have anything good.
Wow.
He got sacked and everything. I mean, and interceptions and the whole bit.
The whole 9 yards, strikeouts, everything.
Everything.
Wow. I don't know why, but tell me about the scrimmage made me laugh.
Go on, Granny.
I used to love the Seahawks. We used to watch them all the time, but they are so bad.
I hear Tony calls them the Sea Chickens.
Oh, they're just bad. And the Mariners are bad, and the Sonics, I'm kind of glad they're out of here. It we just don't have anything that...
Nothing but Tulalip Championship Wrestling, Granny.
Yeah, I guess.
Bolo's the only one in this state that's any good at what he does.
There you go.
And Caden Matthews.
Do you know when the next one's going to be so I can tell Sylvia so she can get excited?
I have no earthly idea.
Oh. Well, would it be? We have them on our computer. Would it show on there where the next one would be?
It should, unless they've gotten belly up.
Yeah, they probably did. But the last report you gave me was just a day too late, or because we didn't get a chance to decide to go or anything. So
day late, dollar short. I understand, Granny.
Yeah, but she is really a wrestling fan.
I bet she is. She's the last one.
She's the only woman I know that just loves wrestling.
She's the only one on this entire website that loves it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Granny, we got to hit the road here.
You know what? I think you ought to let her have let her get on the board for free.
That's a terrible idea, Granny. Have you ever been on the board?
Well, I mean,
That's the worst idea you've ever had.
I mean, so she could listen to your shows.
Well, maybe we'll work something out, Granny.
Oh, that would be great, because she'd really like that.
We'll see what we can do.
She thinks you're pretty great.
Well, she
that's a nice thing to
clearly
say
has
about
never
me.
listened to the shows then.
She likes you too, Vinny.
Oh, good.
Oh, so she's actually listened to the free shows?
Me?
Sylvia!
No, she doesn't. I don't know how to have her listen to the free
She
ones.
has just met us, Brian.
Oh, I see. Well, people like us much better when they just know us a little bit.
Oh.
That actually applies to us as well.
All right, Granny, we've got to let you go here. Otherwise, you're going to have your own show.
Okay. Maybe I will, since I have my own song now.
May as well. Wrestle talk with Granny.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
All right, we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, tell everybody thanks for the happy Thanksgiving they sent me.
Well, you just did.
Okay.
Okay.
All righty.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
She was not very old or fuddy-duddy-ish on that call.
Wow.
She was full of vim and vigor.
I can't believe how much energy this woman has. This woman is almost, let's see, what is she? She's actually exactly 3 times my age. No, wait.
That would be her 99.
That's well close enough.
You're not good at math.
She's over double my age, and
That's
this woman
true.
has 10 times the energy.
Yes.
I don't know how it's possible. You're on the air. Who's this and where are you calling from?
This is Contraire.
Oh, my God, look who's calling. What's going on?
A great man. How much was going on?
Why didn't you call when Lance was on, for Christ's sake?
Because I didn't see the number up there.
Oh, well.
Why are you not paying attention to the website 24 hours a day?
Exactly.
Because I have a life and I'm not a geek.
Well, there's
Well,
a
you
lot
can't
of
forget
people.
that.
You're one of the rarities on the board then. But go ahead.
What are y'all talking about?
We're talking about Raw.
I thought it was a good show.
What'd you think of the Michaels Ray against Miz and Morrison match? That's what we're on right now.
Surprising finish.
Yeah?
Indeed.
Did you get a chance to hear the J.J. Dillon interview yet?
Yes, I did.
J.J. doesn't like Vince Russo.
No, he doesn't. He's like everybody else.
Vinny, you got to hear this, just to hear the story about when Vince Russo had an idea of trying to burn down a building and bribing the fire
You mean like an
commissioner
actual
or whatever.
arena with the fans inside?
Well, not necessarily. He didn't necessarily want to burn it down, but he wanted to light the ring on fire and bribe the fire marshal so that it would slide.
And the company would still be around if they let him do that, huh?
Yeah, WCW would still be around if he burned that goddamn ring down. You just never know. Contraire, did you put up a new something or other in the radio show forum recently?
Yes, I put up 5 new volumes of Adrenaline Flush.
5?
Excellent.
Jesus.
And your reviews have gotten so goddamn long, they last about 3 hours each.
You know,
That's not our fault.
I have noticed that sometimes I'll start doing the Impact review at like 20 after, and I realize it's like 55 after when I'm done ranting about that damn show.
All I know is that I also included. I know everybody's going to love this. I included all the video game reviews too.
Really?
Oh God.
Well,
all I know is that for SmackDown this week, which is a 2-hour show, I took a page and a half of notes. And for Impact, I never take fewer than 3.5 pages of notes.
It's impossible to.
They're both 2 hours, but there's 4 hours of stuff in that 2 hours.
That's what Dylan said. He goes, I was open for Russo at the beginning, but then I started watching the shows and counting how many DQs, run-ins, and random segments there were, and I began to get worried.
Worried, you say?
Yes. Anything else there, Contraire?
No, you going to hang up on me again?
No, well, I never hang up on everybody, but we got to limit the calls because we have so many people. The lines are just jammed, you know what I mean?
We're very
That's fine. I'm not Brent Criminal. I don't get less than 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
That's right. We don't limit
I'm not
you.
Jewish.
Not like Brent Crumbley. We're going to try to get Brent and Jeremy on the phone at the same time as well. That's been heavily requested, so I'm going to see what I can do.
Be like a bore fest.
That'll be something for your next flush.
Even I don't think it would be boring. It would be something, but it don't be boring.
Okay, guys.
All right, thanks, Contreras. I really appreciate the call. What a fine man.
Indeed.
Let's go back to the phones. You're on the air. Who is this and where are you calling from? Going once.
Speak.
Going twice.
You. What's up, Bryan?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Yo, I don't even know what to ask, you know.
Who is this?
Calling in.
Well, who's this? Who's calling?
Jeff from New York.
Jeff from New York. You just decided to call in and see what was up?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing right now at, let's see, what time is it? 11:12, 2:24 in the morning.
I'm just talking to this dude on AIM, talking to my girlfriend here.
You said
what?
Well, that sounds exciting. Yeah.
I got nothing to ask, Jeff. Yeah, I got nothing to ask. Just cut me out, man.
You've been drinking?
I got nothing.
You've been drinking over there?
Yeah, a little bit.
I
What have you been
figured as
drinking?
much. Jeff, it's always good to have a drunken man call the show, so I very much appreciate it. And give us a call when you sober up. All right.
That was something else.
I love these unscreened lines. Oh, you're on the air. Who is this and where are you calling from?
It's Exias.
Exias. Everybody was waiting for your call.
Really?
Well, sure.
Okay. I actually wanted to talk a little bit. I don't know. You guys are probably talking about Raw or whatever, which is, I wouldn't have much to say about that because I'm like 10 minutes into watching it right now.
No.
But I was actually at a bar for the Brock and Randy show.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe I could provide the casual fan perspective.
All right. Give us the casual fan perspective of the Brock fight.
Apparently, people like Randy Couture.
You don't say.
Indeed.
And apparently people, it wasn't the way that Sherdog fucking geek homo motherfuckers would have you believe.
Wow.
It was, you know, like they thought Brock was like, as soon as Brock won, it was like, oh, his UFC shit is fake. But no, I mean, when Brock won, there was like some mild booing, and this was from an entire like full bar. Like I go to this bar pretty regularly. I've never seen it that full before. So there was interest in the show, if you didn't realize that already. But
well, I talked to the waitress at the sports bar I go to Sunday, the day after that fight, and she said the night before was the busiest she had ever seen that place. So,
really? Yeah, it was. I fucking believe it, Vinny. Yeah. But there was like there had to be at least 300 people in this stupid little bar. It was crazy. But there was just some light booing and Brock won. Back to that, pretty much people did stand up and clap. But what my boss at my store actually gave me one of the funniest lines of the whole thing I ever heard in my life when he had been asking me about the Brock-Randy fight before it happened, you know, basically saying Brock doesn't look as big as, because he's more of a wrestling fan who, like, lapsed and stopped watching. So after Brock won on, like, Tuesday, like, you know, asked me who won, I'm like, Brock. He paused for a moment, and then he went to me, so do you think it's fake? I was like, no, Enrique, I don't think it's fake.
Enrique, you say?
Yeah, he thought it was fake. Apparently, because Brock beat Randy Couture.
Sure, yeah.
There was another guy who was in the bar with me on the Sunday who heard that Brock won, and this news distressed him. He was terribly upset, which amused me because if you cared that much, why would you wait until Sunday afternoon to learn the results?
Yeah, at least Enrique had the excuse that he didn't really give a shit.
Now, was it Enrique or Al Snow? Because I know he was questioning the legitimacy of this match as well.
No, it was Enrique. I don't think it was Al Snow. He didn't have a mannequin head or a little dog or anything like that around with him.
Well, listen, Zayas, before we let you go, give us an update on the TNA game and the newest WWE game.
I was actually going to offer that information anyway, but...
I'm ahead of the game.
Yeah, the TNA game, they dropped the price. So the Wii version that was $40 when it came out is already $30. And to drop the price of a new game about 2 months after it came out is pretty much unheard of. It only happens when a game is a complete and total bomb. So that's the TNA game. The SmackDown game, you know, I personally love the game. I got it like the day it came out, and it's fantastic. But what I've noticed from customers I've talked to who are like a lot of people ask about it. Like, do you have SmackDown? Like, you tell them yes, and like look at it for a while. Like, oh, is it really that good? And, you know, I tell them yes, and they just look at me for a while. And they're like, well, last year sucked so bad though. So, and then they don't end up buying it. I mean, it's selling moderately well, but it's certainly not as big as I think they probably... I mean, I guarantee you my boss was expecting us to sell through our copies we got from our first shipment last week, like he did for pretty much every other major release, and it hasn't happened yet. So what I'm noticing is that the fact that last year's game kind of sucked has kind of hurt the reputation of the franchise to a certain degree, and a lot of people are kind of iffy on whether or not they're going to want to actually buy it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, last year's game was pretty bad, so I kind of understand it.
Well, Zeiss, I want to thank you very much for the call today. I really appreciate it, and he's one of our video game correspondents, and a very popular caller amongst many. You're on the Bryan and Vinny Show. Who's this, and where are you calling from?
Hey, how's it going? We're Cyrus and Abraham from Boston and Miami.
There's two of you on the phone right now.
Exactly. So we played a little game tonight. We said every time something stupid happened on Impact, we'd take a shot.
How are you alive?
Exactly. We only joined in the last 45 minutes, and we took 15 shots in 45 minutes.
Now, what were you drinking?
You've taken 15 shots in 45 minutes.
What were you drinking?
15 minutes, because Impact is that stupid.
What were you drinking? Stop dragging your phone across your beard.
Bacardi Gold on the house, dude.
Bacardi Gold on the house?
Oh my God, what a stupid episode of Impact.
That's pretty bad, yeah.
It was really bad. What did Foley say? Like that very stupid line with Jarrett in the back. He's like, cool. What did he say? I don't even remember. Oh God, we're fucked up, man.
Who is? Who's fucked up?
Now, are you only 45 minutes in? Do you still have another hour and 15 minutes of drinking left?
No. We started at, what time did we start at? We started at 10:15.
Yeah.
10:15. So
on the West Coast.
We're in the West Coast, so the last 45 minutes, we were able to pick out 15 stupid things. And a great one was that Booker T is a professional in the ring. What the fuck?
That's something you drank for? It's a good thing you guys didn't start at 9 o'clock, or you would be dead right now.
We would be dead. We would be dead at this point. Thank God. No. We were supposed to start at 9, but like circumstances worked out that we could not arrange together until 10:15.
I need more details.
What circumstances came up?
I had to do my laundry. We're in college. We're at Chapman University. So anyway.
Not long, you're not.
Yeah, I mean...
Clearly you don't have a final tomorrow.
This is the best drinking game you can play. Every time something stupid happens on Impact, you take a shot.
He actually said stupid.
I haven't heard about this game. Tell me more.
Abraham, sorry.
Now, what are you drinking tonight?
Okay, we had some Bacardi Gold from a local liquor store. We brought that over, and we just took shots of it, and it was very good.
Straight now, no chaser.
It was delicious.
No Coke with that or anything?
All right, that's enough out of you two little hooligans.
That was the best call we ever had.
Have a good night tonight, you two.
So insanely jealous. I had one beer.
God, I'm dying of the flu over here, and these geeks are having a hell of a time having watched this show. You're on the show. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Kid Tommy from River Guard Radio. How you doing, guys?
What's going on?
Angry.
Yes, I get that. Brian, I'd like to thank you for putting me in contact with Mr. Kirk Brown.
Yeah?
I had Kurt on my show for 2 hours tonight. It was just fucking amazing.
He's a fine man.
Yes, he is. Brother, you need to relax, man. You know, you're letting TNA kill you.
I'm doing just fine, thank you.
So, did I miss a good show, or...?
No, you missed a horrible program.
Are you telling me you didn't watch it?
I try not to.
You're actually the first person we've talked to tonight who has not watched the show.
Everybody that's called in tonight has talked about how they've seen the program. It's baffling.
And when I asked them why, they cannot give me a decent answer.
No one has an answer.
Except Crumbley, who is clearly a gimmick.
Yeah.
I like my sanity. So, but continue with the good work, guys. I just wanted to plug my show and thank you publicly, Brian.
Hey, at least he's honest about it, you know?
Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Take care.
All right, adios.
I just wanted to plug my show.
Hey, he just came right out and said it that time, so what can you say? You gotta give him credit, as Mike Tenay would say. To the back!
Shut your ass!
I want everybody on the board to shut up.
Mike Hanley.
Go.
Message received at 12:15 p.m.
Hello?
End of message.
Can you hear me? Hey, can you guys hear me? Listen, I'm like an 8-ball, and just meet me at the hotel.
I love you, man. I love you. He's a motherfucking man, dude.
Doing yours.
Fuckers!